Remark from Commissar Qatar. I don't understand these propagandists who can't see beyond their own nose. Some chatterbox has managed to implant in the masses the idea that Iran's nuclear program is a threat to the whole world, and that it was precisely because of this that Israel, at the behest of the U.S., started a very dangerous war in the Middle East against Iran. But it's much simpler than that. Jews are just continuing the NATO war in Afghanistan, the result of which was that the Yankees ran away from Afghanistan, losing their dignity. Don't get it? The reason for the Afghan war was the construction by China of a railway in Iran, the Small Silk Road, and the creation of a transport hub in Iran from which goods go overland to the entire landmass of the world. First, the Americans wanted to stop this project in Afghanistan. Now they're acting from another side, from Iran, the main node of this hub. There should be two Silk Roads, the Iranian and the Russian. The Iranian one was open on May 25, 2025, and immediately after that, bombings began in Iran, precisely at the stations of this route. Well, bombing atomic facilities is only an excuse for these plans, inspired by the American explosion of Nord Stream 2 and Putin's indecision. But it's Iran, and it will pull the U.S. as if it were a goat from Cedarov, and also Israel as a scapegoat. By the way, the involvement of Britain in punishing Iran is the same project aimed at countering this railway line from the Chinese city of Xi'an to Iran, the transport hub of Afrin. These small ships won't be so needed anymore, and the Suez Canal won't be so necessary either, not to mention the losses of Lloyd's. The issue with environmental activists hasn't gone away. The ecological harm of Arab railways hasn't worried anyone, and the threats from the U.S. no longer impress. Iran has everything it needs to turn the ships of NATO and Israeli cities into burning candles. China and Russia have already made sure of that. We warned you, after supplying weapons to Ukraine, shipments to NATO enemies would start. It began with the Houthis, then Iran in exchange for their shaheeds. And what next? I'll keep quiet for now, but the U.S. will have a hard time, and Europe, as Peter the Great once said, will shit through its mouth. The Iran-Israel war is a war against China, roughly similar to the Ukrainian slaughterhouse. There will be no nuclear wars unless Zelensky's stink is dropped on the peaks of the Cordillera to scare off mosquitoes. But even that has nothing to do with atoms and is about a completely different step.